The original script I wrote for this was kinda boring, so let's start again. Do I like social media? My answer is... You see these squares? This is not Minecraft. We don't do that here. Imagine this. You have 7 email accounts, and all of them have to be open at once. You can't log into all of them on Safari, for example, because you'll keep getting logged out of all of the accounts except for the one you most recently logged into. Therefore, you're going to need multiple apps that can access the internet. Only Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Yahoo, Bing. Stop taking my food! I don't need to be told what I'm supposed to look like. Simple. Boo, you suck. You're stupid. Nah. I'm gonna go. Poof! So now you have seen how much I don't enjoy social media. It's ironic that I have a YouTube channel and post on it, so why do I do it when I hate social media so much? You know my first video? Yeah, that was an extra credit assignment for my math class last semester. The deal was that if we posted videos dancing to NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye, we would get extra credit. And the video with the most likes after 2 weeks would get even more extra credit. With my measly 10 likes, I didn't get the extra credit. Oh well. I'm not very good at self-promotion, so it's not your fault. No, I don't want it! When I began formatting my channel, I decided that I would continue posting. It was something I thought about for several months prior to the first video, but it wasn't really something I seriously considered because I was busy with school. However, Queen Corona decided to ruin everything, and all of a sudden I was bored. It helped that my math teacher continued to assign non-math related assignments to do, and I got some weird content out of that stuff. I don't have that teacher anymore, so thanks. I can finally make my own content now. I also think it's good that it forces me to be a little more open and have a presence. I still hate attention, but I can't live under a rock forever. For example, you can read a New York Times article about the current racial injustice movement, but to me, it becomes more real when you see stuff about it on Twitter. There's something about that first-person perspective that makes it more real. And I know I basically crapped on social media for a lot of this video, but I know it has its benefits. Meow 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 meow. I don't. One more thing. Being able to contact people from afar is great, especially when you have emergencies or can't go to see them in a reasonable amount of time. It's also nice to be able to document and share fun moments of your life in pictures or videos. I don't tend to share my opinion too much with others, but I felt this was a little more important because this whole thing is pretty ironic, so I felt I needed to explain this. Thanks for listening to the Meg talk that literally no one asked me for. Okay, so I initially wrote this script before Donald Trump decided to boot TikTok from the United States. I don't have a TikTok, but I have watched them before. Besides, how else was I supposed to learn the Renegade? Anyway, he thinks that having TikTok available to Americans poses a national security risk, because it's owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance. Why did he have to politicize an app that people worldwide enjoy? As a teenager, I can understand that many of us find joy in watching and making TikToks. To me, this whole thing feels like your parent taking away your favorite toy just because it was made in China. Dude, everything can be made in China. Would you take away a box just because it's made in China? I don't know enough to determine if this decision is smart politically, but from a normal person's standpoint, this sucks. Well, I guess it's time to... Oh, a Twitch raid? Wait, I'm not ready!